Hey everyone, it's Reese at Yokai Connection, and we've got quite a lot of news to go over today. So, Square Enix live streamed their latest Final Fantasy XIV event today. The event included a ton of info for the 3.3 and 3.5 updates showing armor and new maps and all sorts of goodies, so if you're a fan of the game, of Final Fantasy, go check that out. But what was very interesting was the appearance of the level 5 CEO, Akihiro Hino. Now, Hino-san is apparently a very hardcore Final Fantasy XIV player. He plays as a paladin and is quite proficient as a tank, so he says. And at the halfway point of the event, Hino-san had a big announcement that there will be a crossover between Final Fantasy XIV and Yokai Watch. It's going to include a slew of new content from Yokai Watch, including a special weapon for each of the classes, a flying mount, the Dream Watch from Yokai Watch 3, and 13 Yokai minions. So what we're going to do, we're going to break down what they've shown in the event and just go over it. So let's check it out. So here are the 13 Yokai that are going to appear in the game as minions and weapons. So it's all a cool Yokai here, a lot of Yokai I really like. So what we're going to do now, we're going to look and see how they look in the game as minions and take a look at their weapon sets. Okay, so what we've been told so far is that the minions will be really easy to get, but the weapons will be very difficult. Here's the first weapon we're looking at. This is the Bushinyan set for the Paladin. We've got the Whisker of the Brave Cat and the Buckler of the Legendary Cat. And we can see on the shield, we've got the face of Bushinyan right there with the little flames all around it. And on the sword, we've got this really cool highlighted thing going off. And there are some other images that have shown up that show like there's even like a little twin tail symbol in the hilt of the sword. So this is the first one. So you paladins are going to have a really cool looking art shield. I love the shield. It's really, really cool. So let's move on to the next set. So for the Mechanist, we've got this cool looking gun here for the Robonyan F-Type, which is the Musket of the Metal Cat. Now you can look at the colour scheme. It does have that blue and white looking colour scheme to it. And on the face, on the side of the gun, we have Robonyan's face, which is lights up when it's powered up. It's a pretty cool weapon. I mean, it's definitely very sci-fi looking. I like it a lot, and I think the addition to his face on the weapon is really cool. Next up is the Monk. Now, the Monk has one of my favourite weapons. This is the Ears of the Moon Rabbit, based on Usopion, and it looks awesome. So, you've got these little Usopion gauntlets that when they're powered up, they have little yokai-like spirit ears that burn out. You get two of them. They have his face on and his little collar. They are adorable. I love when they're even turned off, just hanging on your side. This is probably one of my favourite weapons just because it's so cute. I like the simplicity of it. And now for the Dragoon. The Dragoon gets the Orochi Spear, the Spear of the Spark Serpent. And you can see, this one I think is going to be very popular. This really cool snake spear with Orochi's like head in the centre of the weapon. It's got this cool kind of like black cloth thing going off around the neck area on the mage spear shaft. It's a really cool looking weapon, and it goes well because Dragoons must be a popular class. Again, I don't have played the game, but I'm guessing they're the kind of the edgy cool kids of the group. So I see this one being very popular. Now the White Mage gets the Cane of the Shrine Guardian, the Koma-san staff, and this thing is adorable. Little Koma-san prominently sitting on top of a blue orb, looking confused and cute as ever. I am foreseeing many the White Mage wielding this, just for how cute it is. I mean, hell, I want one, and I don't really like playing as White Mages in RPGs and healers, but I want this. I might actually make this myself. I love it, it's brilliant. Moving on to the Astrologian. I've never heard of this class before, but the Astrologian gets the Globe of the Lucky Snake. Very strange looking weapon, but again, it's kind of this very unique design. You've got Tsuchinoko in the center, a set of cards flying around it. It's very cool. I mean, it's an odd looking thing, but I've never seen this class in action before. So if you play as this class, you have to tell me if this is a cool weapon or not. And so next up we've got the Dark Knight, and the Dark Knight gets the Fang of the Fearless Cat. This is my kind of weapon. I'm one of those guys who plays as the dude who uses giant swords and stuff, bland, boring warrior type, I know, but this looks awesome. You've got Funyan's trademark scar on the top that lights up when it's in combat. You've got the red little sash around the bottom of it that flutters around. There's some that are really cool. I like this one because I like giant swords, so I think this is what I'll be using, but there are some weapons I like more, so let's check what the other ones are. The ninja players will be using the twin tails of the Flame Fox based off of Kyubi. Now these things have Kyubi's distinctive yellow colour scheme with the hilts having Kyubi's head and tails on the back. Looks very cool. If you're a ninja, I think this would be a popular weapon. I am not sure. Yokai Watch fans will be loving it, I'm sure for that. And the scholars will be getting one of the funniest looking weapons, which is the Codex of the Shrine Guardian, which is just Komajiro's face slapped on the front of a book. It's adorable. I love how his eyebrows are jutting out the top. I don't know how you play a scholar, but if you've got a cute weapon like this, it's going to be popular, I can see that. And so the warrior will be getting the Paw of the Crimson Cat. Now I have to say, this is probably my favourite design. Just for how Jibun Yan's placed in the centre of the weapon. He's got like his fists are all fitting into these little notches, his tail's kind of fitting really well, all his punches, just it's such a cool design, I really like it. So let's move on and look at some other ones. Now the Bard will be getting the Bow of the White Wisp, based on Whisper of course. Now as I am like a massive Whisper fan, he is my favourite yokai. I'm a little bit disappointed by this weapon. I mean, it's got his trademark little mouth and the black line on it, but it looks kind of creepy looking, and maybe people find Whisper creepy, but I don't. I think he's adorable. He's cute, little floating ghost man. I mean, I don't know what I would have... I couldn't do any better. I tell you that, I couldn't design a weapon based on Whisper. But yeah, that's what you get. You get this cool Whisper bow. Black mages will be getting the Fubuki Hime Staff of the Snow Maiden. Now, this has got Fubuki Hime's symbol, which is her snowflake, or like ice flake, and in the centre of it you can just make out that it has Fubuki Hime's face and her hair. This one's nice, minimalist design. I mean, it's a little bit boring for me, but it's quite pretty and cute. So I know a lot of people like Fubuki Hime, so this would be maybe a very nice, cute weapon for fans of her. And the Summoner. This weapon is awesome. The Book of the Eerie Mutt looks so cool. It's just a book, I know, but seeing Jinmen Ken's like face just made of metal with these glaring red eyes is fantastic. It's awesome. If it has some kind of effect where you summon like evil dogs to do your bidding, that would even be better. I love this weapon. I think it's brilliant. I love it. And next we move on to the mount that we mentioned before. And what can I say? No, seriously, what can I say about this? It's a Whispermobile. I love it. I want it. I want one. I want a Whispermobile. There we go. I love it. The end. That's it. Okay, in all seriousness, let's move on. Now here we have the watch. This is a special item for the collaboration. This is our first real shot of a fully designed dream watch with a nice gold trim, the red and blue strap. This will be used to summon your minions in the game, and it has some other features that I have not really read into yet. It's really cool looking, and it's going to be kind of like a little unique item you're going to see a lot of people wearing in the game when this collab starts, so keep an eye out for that. And I'm interested to see how it actually works if you can collect medals and stuff, so let's check out, I'll keep an eye out for news for that. Now let's move on to the minions. As you can see here, I'm just going to pop these on the screen for a while to look at. We've got the minions on the screen starting off with the first set. So we've got Komajiro, Jibun Yan, Shogun Yan, and as you can see we're using the American names. So we've got Hovan Yan, Komasan, Whisper, and Usapion. So Usapion's name, when he eventually gets into the Yokai Watch Western release, will stick as Usapion, and Funyan becomes Hovan Yan. Very odd choice, but they have to go with it really. So that's the first set of minions to look at. And in the second bunch we have Venoct, who is Orochi, Kyubi, Robonyan F-Type, Noko, who is Tsuchinoko, Blazeria, who would be Fubuki Hime, and Manjimut, who is our Jinmen Ken. I forget his name for some reason. So there they all are. They look really nice. I mean, they look like the models they used for the ending credits. They're quite smooth. Fubuki Hime looks really cool. So they're the minions you can summon. So we're going to move on to one more thing, the surprise from Hino-san. And so after they debuted all the stuff that Final Fantasy XIV will be getting, Hino-san told us that this collaboration is working both ways, and Yokai Watch 3 will be getting 2 new yokai based off, inspired by Final Fantasy XIV. Now the first one we're getting is here. Now this is Chocobo Nyan, and you can see Chocobo Nyan is riding on a chocobo. I'm not sure how he's going to be moving around on the battlefield. I mean, this whole new grid system could be interesting, and if he's going to have a new type or anything, but it's a really cool design. But more importantly is the second yokai, I think it's very popular, who is Moogle Nyan. So this time we have a Moogle who has been designed into a Jibanyan. He seems to be a magic user, as you can see by his attack here. He's doing some kind of like big orb attack. It's very, very cute, and I think it's very, very popular. Now, even better, this especially for me who's a collector of medals, we're even getting 2 medals based on these guys here. So we're getting dream medals, which will be used in the roulette gimmick they're giving with the Dream Watch. So we have here the Chocobo Nyan medal and the Moogle Nyan medal. I hope they're going to be released in packs, or there'll be a special event medal for something, but I am going to get my hands on these one way or another. And that's not all. Last but not least, Hino-san celebrated the birthday of the Final Fantasy XIV director and producer Naoki Yoshida with a unique gift, the Yoshi P medal. This is the only image I've got of it so far, but you can see this is the producer holding the frame version of the medal and one that's unframed, and you can see it's got the Chocobo and Jibanyan and the producer, Mr. Yoshida, in the middle there. This is probably going to be an ultra rare, unique medal, maybe like 1 or 2 of a kind. If it goes on sale, it's going to be thousands of yen, just like the Snack World medal was. So enjoy looking at it, because we're probably never going to get one in our hands. And so that is everything. I hope you've enjoyed this little look at all of the stuff we're going to be getting in the Final Fantasy collaboration, the Yokai Watch collaboration together, really. Tell me what you think. Do you have anything you want to talk about, what you feel about this? Could there be any more stuff added in the future? If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and Yokai Watch fans. This is Reese at Yokai Connection, signing off. Thanks again.